Hello travelers and welcome to my channel. We're back. We're starting over with a new stream of content, and today's video is going to start a series of videos to help new players to No Man's Sky. So the question I always hear from random people who have never played online games, people who have never played Sandbox or multiplayer games: what is No Man's Sky? Well, I'm gonna answer you, and you're gonna hear some terminology that might throw you or confuse you, but don't worry, I'll explain them. No Man's Sky is an open world, sandbox, multiplayer, procedurally generated, exploration, survival, crafting, base building game. Well, that's a lot of terminology, so let's tear this apart and explain it. So first of all, sandbox. No Man's Sky is a huge, procedurally generated sandbox universe. You see a mountain, you want to go there, you can go. You see a body of ocean and you want to swim in it, you can swim in it. You want to take your spaceship and fly through the atmosphere out into space, you can do it. You want to fight space pirates in your ship, you can do it. You want to build a base on an airless planet devoid of life, you can do it. That's the joy of a sandbox open world game. Number 2, procedurally generated. Procedurally generated has a unique reputation with a lot of people. So I'll explain it to you this way. If you've ever played Minecraft, Minecraft generates their worlds from what's called a seed, a mathematical pool of assets that generate in an algorithm. No Man's Sky does something very similar, except it does that for its entire universe. Planets, star systems, bodies of water, flora, fauna, resources, ships. Everything in the universe is procedurally generated from a pool of assets. So I'm going to warn you. You may at times run into things that are similar in the universe. Similar plants, similar animals, similar starships. That's one of the detractions and the benefits of procedural generation, because you see familiar things and every once in a while something new. That's the real appeal of No Man's Sky. You're not necessarily ever going to find two similar things in the same place. That's key to No Man's Sky, because you're going to be spending an enormous amount of your time exploring. Every star in No Man's Sky is a solar system with a unique amount of planets and moons that you can explore. There are 255 galaxies. Imagine that. Over 14 quadrillion planets, basically guaranteeing you will never explore the whole game in your lifetime. So now we go on to two of the very key things that I'm asked a million times. Is it multiplayer? And is there PvP? So, I'll explain to you a couple of things about No Man's Sky that make it very unique. Yes, No Man's Sky is a survival game, but you don't eat, you don't have to drink. No Man's Sky does it a little differently and a little less punishing. You do have a exosuit that you have to keep fueled for life support, and that's it. All the other things that you do, crafting, resource gathering and stuff, aren't necessary to keep your character alive. Now, we get to the key things: multiplayer and PvP. So first of all, No Man's Sky is a fully multiplayer game. The entire universe is open for everybody to explore. So it being as large as it is, your chances of running into a player randomly are slim. Now there are a few things that can boost your ability to find somebody randomly. First of all, every player starts in the first galaxy called the Euclid Galaxy. The Euclid Galaxy is guaranteed to be the most populated galaxy because you have people who started from day one, probably have a base there, probably have explored there and identified and discovered things, and who knows, may have stayed there. Most players don't leave the first galaxy. So, that's the first thing. Second thing is multiplayer is also opt-in. So you can invite friends to join you in a play session. Groups of 4 and a maximum of 32 per solar system before the groups are instanced in the same solar system. Now that doesn't sound like massive multiplayer to a lot of people, but remember, outside of your grouping, the universe is yours to explore and run into other people. They also provide a multiplayer hub called the Nexus, which I will go over in a future video. The Nexus is like a huge multiplayer hub with a unique set of quests that you can do in multiplayer. And they provide weekly community missions that the whole community does to unlock cosmetics or buildables unique to those missions. So there's many ways to do multiplayer in No Man's Sky. So now the final question, is there PvP? Well, this is going to be the one thing that might turn some people off from this game and might appeal to a bigger, broader group of people. I come from a history of playing MMOs. For as long as I was gaming, EverQuest, World of Warcraft, Ultima Online, ArcAge, Conan Exiles, Ark Survival Evolved. I've played survival and MMO games for a long time. As somebody who is in his 40s, as somebody who works a full-time job and doesn't necessarily have endless hours to play video games anymore, MMOs started to trail off in interest for me, and I found survival games more appealing. I didn't have to do fetch quests. I didn't have to be online for raids. I didn't have to worry that when I logged up, that if I missed something with a group of people, I missed it for potentially forever and find myself behind in progression with other people I played with. In No Man's Sky takes the best parts of a survival game and the best parts of an MMO and puts them together. So, in terms of PvP, no, you really don't have PvP between players, because No Man's Sky was originally designed as an open-world, single-player survival exploration game. They realized, through demand from the community, that they wanted a multiplayer component. But the players don't necessarily want to deal with some of the worst parts of online games. Base raiding, ganking, harassment. Those things kind of make games like Ark Survival Evolved, especially on official servers, a real turnoff to a lot of people. What I love most about No Man's Sky is I can do multiplayer work, build a base, log off for a week, come back, and be guaranteed that it's still there. That's the real appeal. And I can still play with other people. Most of the combat is geared towards NPCs. So you're going to be fighting pirates in space, creatures on the ground. It's not really PvP oriented. Can you PvP with other people? Yeah. Are there real consequences? No. It's more of an arcade game kind of thing. So if you're coming into this looking for a questing, raiding, end boss type MMO experience, No Man's Sky, I'm going to be absolutely honest with you, is not going to be the type of game for you. If you're somebody who's tired of that experience, tired of fetch quests, tired of inane story missions of go here, collect this, report to this NPC, go back, rinse and repeat, and you want to just do things at your own pace, decide your own path in a game, something like No Man's Sky is going to be the type of game for you. So once again, this is going to be a series of videos that explore the basics and the fundamentals of No Man's Sky for new players and returning players. If you have questions, if you're not sure if my explanation gives you enough information, I encourage you to leave me questions. I encourage you to seek out other resources and more in-depth videos that maybe explain systems a little bit deeper than I do. My goal here is to provide fundamental basic principles of the game to get new people up and running. Again, like and subscribe. My content, while not this endless stream that's constant, I try to make quality, and I try to make it for people that are looking for things that I look for. So if you have any suggestions, if you have any questions, the forums are open. I am So Say We All on every platform. You're welcome to join me in-game. I always leave my session open, and you're welcome to join other people. This is a great community. The community in No Man's Sky has a plethora of interests, be it sci-fi, gaming, movies. We're a really friendly community. All we ask is that you do the same in return. Once again, I am So Say We All, and thank you for watching my video.